The other week I made a video talking about this creepy buck-toothed chap that you can find and defeat in Rambler's Reach on Kobo in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I wanted to touch on something else that relates to this, and it's once again me going on about how big this game truly is. Jedi Survivor, as you'll know by now, is vast in many ways. Its combat is super detailed, the customization is mental, which I've been and will continue to show in my BD and lightsaber build videos, and the exploration on Kobo especially is far beyond what Jedi Fallen Order achieved. Now, as part of that exploration, you can do meditation chambers, force tears, customization collecting, and more, but honestly my favourite part of it is the ridiculous amount of boss fights that you can end up being in. Just like this creepy dude in Rambler's Reach, I was simply exploring the town and all of a sudden I'm in a boss fight against him after finding out he just killed his brother. Alternatively, later on during my playthrough I was in this dark, dingy waterworks facility just south of the town, and this named character from the Bedlam Raiders popped up, and now I need to fight him in order to escape, and I just love those things for a number of reasons. As I mentioned earlier, the combat in the game is super detailed and not to mention smooth and fun as hell, so any fight where I'm able to extend a battle with a fellow lightsaber wielder is always very enjoyable. Another reason as to why it's so fun is because it adds so much to the game outside of the main story, meaning that even though you finish the game, there are still plenty of boss fights for you to be able to encounter, and also more lore to learn. Sure, these fights don't have any major story elements, but it does get me thinking about why they are there, how did they acquire these lightsabers, how high up the ranks of the Bedlam Raiders are they, etc. Now, it's always fun to have a bit of mystery with these things, but my theory for the lightsabers is that they are lightsabers from Jedi from the High Republic era that Dagon and co killed on Kobo for the Bedlam Raiders to then be able to amass their army. So these lightsaber wielders are likely pretty high up within the Raiders, and they all control their own little sector. Having these fights is always super fun, but also incredibly challenging at times, especially when you've got three going at you at the same time. Now, I've obviously said a lot about these notable Bedlam Raiders now, but they're not even the only additional bosses in this game. Scattered throughout Jedi Survivor are the legendary creature bosses like the ones found in Jedi Fallen Order, and they are slight iterations of the creatures from this game, so it's nice to see that side of things returning. But then you also have the bounty hunter missions to complete as well, which, as you'll no doubt be aware, consists of 17 different fights. Now, with those 17 fights, plus the creature bosses and Bedlam Raider boys, I really wouldn't be surprised if there was close to 40 or 50 bosses outside of the main story, which I think is pretty mental if you really think about it. Now, I know a lot of these fights are the same as one another, and some of them aren't exactly difficult, but regardless, I've had so much fun with this side of things in Jedi Survivor, and the replayability of this game is just incredible compared to Fallen Order. So now I really cannot wait to see what improvements they make going into their third game, but one thing's for sure is I really hope they keep these mini-boss encounters. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. That is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, may the force be with you always.